Hey everybody, it's Debbie O'Neill of Scrap Me Quick Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Close to My Heart stamp and thin cut bundles, and we're going to make a card, and I'm going to show you how you can stamp and then use the thin die cut that we sell as a bundle set. This is from our Dreaming Big card making bundle, and it matches our Dreaming Big cardstock and pattern paper that we sell in our new seasonal expressions catalog, and I'll post a link to that so you can see that later. All of our bundle stamp and thin cut bundles come in a plastic case. They have a little snap closure, but I cut mine off because I like to put a lot of these in my storage box, and then this way they're not bulky with that on it, and it still protects them. So you have that. And then you have, of course, the stamped image shape. And then what is outlined, if y'all can see that, what is outlined in blue is what is going to be cut with the thin cut metal die. And then the other images on here, these are sentiments and so forth. Those are just stamp sets, okay? They're sentiments. And then you also have the stamp that is outlined in where the blue is. Okay, so let me show you. So you have your thin metal dies. I was just playing with these. So all of our thin metal dies come on their own little magnetic sheet, so it makes it great for storing them. Okay, and so for this particular set, there's 4 thin metal dies, and the thin metal dies are high quality. They're going to last a long time, and you're going to be able to use these over and over and over again with the stamp set. So I'm going to be picking this one, which is one of the butterflies, to demo with you guys. So we're going to have this, and then of course you're going to have your stamp set. Okay, so your stamp set, here you go. We have high quality acrylic stamps that give you beautiful impressions, and I will be using our Close to My Heart ink with this, and I will be using our poppy color. If you haven't seen our ink pads, all of our ink pads now are magnetic closure. See how easy that is to open them? Oh my gosh, so super easy. And it's 2 separate pieces, and they're magnetic, and they just go together really quick. So that makes them really awesome. Anyway, so I'm going to be using Poppy to do my stamping with, and the first thing I like to do is cut out my shape with a piece of cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to take my thin metal die, and I want to get my Cuttlebug out. And these would cut with a Sizzix, die cut, Big Kick, or Big Shot. But I'm using my Cricut Cuttlebug, so this is my Cricut Cuttlebug. You can see that here, and I'm going to set this down. Now, I love the Cricut Cuttlebug because it's really easy to handle it. It's got a good weight to it, but it's not so heavy I can't lift it up. Plus, look how slim it is, so I can easily store this on a shelf in my craft room, and so I prefer the Cuttlebug. I do have this as a Big Shot as well, but we're going to be working with the Cuttlebug today. And so when you open this up like this creates your platform, and it has suction cups on the bottom of your Cuttlebug that lets it stay in place, so that then when you're rolling your dies through. So here is what Cricut calls their A plate. So you'll put an A plate down. Then for this particular thing, I actually like to use the new Cricut Cuttlebug magnetic cutting mat. And the reason why I like to use the magnetic cutting mat, this is sold separately. With your Cricut Cuttlebug, you're going to get your A plate, which is your base plate, and then you're going to get 2 B plates. And but I purchased this, and I caught it on sale at Cricut.com, and it's a magnetic cutting mat. And what this does is that I'm going to put it here on top of my A plate, and it's going to allow my die, my thin metal die, to actually stay in place and not move around as I'm rolling it through my Cuttlebug. So I do recommend using this. So I'm going to put my B plate down next. Then I'm going to put my thin metal die on top of that, and you want to put it so that the smooth side is down against the plastic B plate and the cutting edge is facing up. Okay, so I'm going to set that there, and then I'm going to put my piece of paper. Now this when I roll it through, because I've got that magnetic plat, it's not going to move around on me. So I'm going to put my cardstock on here, and then I'm going to put my another B plate is going to go on top of all this. Okay, so let me move this back just a little so I can line that up. Okay, so here is my B plate on top. Okay, and then I'm going to roll this through. Da, 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 da. Oh, I'm going to hold this for a second. Sorry about that. I got a little crazy with it. Okay, so I can move this off to the side, and we'll take a look at this. I'm going to lift this up, and here is my die cut shape. And of course you can do multiples on your mat, but here is the die cut shape, and it gives you a little bit of an embossed edge, and it's probably impossible to see that on camera, but it's got a little bit of an embossed edge all the way around it. So here is that butterfly, and then what we're going to do is, and I always set these back on their magnetic plate so I don't lose them, and then I'm going to set this off to the side because we don't need this. And then I want to get out my stamp, so I'm going to find the butterfly that matches this shape, and I'm going to put it in your kit, in your bundle package. The stamp set is laying on top of this foam pad. This is not just shipping material. This is actually for you to get a better stamped impression, and so you want to keep these with your stamp set. So I'm going to lay this down. I'm going to take off my butterfly stamp, and then I'm going to use one of my, this is my 2x2 close to my heart acrylic block, which has a nice beveled edge, gives me a nice place to hold it, and I'm going to put my stamp on my block. Okay, when you first use your close to my heart stamps, you need to season them, and what do I mean by that is you just want to, I just press them on my hand. Okay, this helps remove any like machine oil or anything that may be on the stamp, and it lets your ink stick to the stamp better. Now I'm going to take my die cut shape that I already cut out, and because these are high quality acrylic stamps, they're clear so you can see through them easily, and we're going to be able to line this up on here. So I'm going to open up my poppy ink, because we're going to use poppy, and I'm just going to go straight down and press onto my ink pad. I just want to make sure I can lift that up and make sure I got a good clean stamp ink on the stamp. Add a little more there. Okay, and then I'm going to line it up onto my stamp shape. Now some people like to stamp their paper first and then cut it out with the thin metal die. You can certainly do that. I prefer this method, and then I have this beautiful image. Okay, isn't that pretty? And then it's already cut out for me, so I have a pretty stamped image. And I have already created the base of my card. So this is an A2 size card, which means it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches tall. It's folded. This is the fold line. This is some of the paper that's from our Dreaming Big pattern paper collection, which is just a really beautiful paper. And then this is some of the twine. This is our thick twine. I just put it around here. And then I used 2 of the sentiments that were on here. I used you and thinking of. So thinking of you is what this card is. And I stamped that. The you is in our slate color ink, and the thinking of you is the juniper, because those are the colors that coordinate with this particular Dreaming Big paper. And then I'm going to take some foam dots and put on the back of my little stamped piece here. Let me just do that real quick. So I'm just going to kind of offset them just to give a little support to this. Okay, and then I'm going to put this on my card right here. Okay, super cute. And then we also have matching self-adhesive sequins that go with this collection. And so I'm going to add a couple of sequins on here. I'm just going to add just a few of these. This has 4 different colors of sequins on it, which I think makes it really nice. And they already have the sticky dot on the back of them, so they stick down really easily and nicely for you. And so that completes our little card, thinking of you. And this looks so pretty on a card. So that is the way that you use your Close to My Heart stamp and thin cut bundle sets. And if you would like to purchase them, they are actually during the month of March of 2017. Our bundle sets are all 25% off, and all of our thin cuts without stamp sets are also 25% off, so they're a really good deal. And this was the Dreaming Big collection, and I will put links to this in my description for the video. Please visit me if you want to shop for Close to My Heart supplies at DebbieO'Neill.closetomyheart.com. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Talk to you later. Bye.